Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you this gorgeous eye look. It's only using 4 shadows. You can actually try on this look by holding your phone in portrait mode and tapping the blue button. Isn't that awesome? Keep watching to see how I create this look with my Younique products. I've already done my face, as you can see. I've used our Touch Glorious Primer to prime my skin. I used 2 shades of our stick foundation. I've used Velvet and Khaki just because I'm in between my vacation really tan shade and going into winter shade. And I've warmed my face up with our Beachfront bronzer. This is in the color Malibu. And I've also done my brows with our Obsession Brow Palette in the color Dark. Okay, so what I want to show you today is how to achieve a really pretty eye look with using just 4 colors. You don't need a ton of eyeshadows in your collection to get a really glamorous, beautiful look. So what I want to show you today is one of our pressed eyeshadow palettes. These are great because they're refillable. And you can kind of mix and match whatever colors you're feeling at the moment. So if you're a beginner, this is great. If you're a busy mom, these are great. If you're traveling, these are amazing to take on travel with you because they're compact, they're easy to just pop in and out of the little containers and you just kind of grab them and go. So I'm gonna be using these in the order that I put them in the palette, which makes it super easy for me and super easy for you when you want to recreate this look. So I'm gonna be using Nimble as a transition color, Marvelous as the crease color. I'm gonna be putting Antsy all over my lid and using Optimistic as my brow bone highlight and also to highlight the inner corner of my eye. So let's get started using this beautiful palette. We're gonna go in using a fluffy crease brush and dipping it into the color Nimble. And no matter what I do, when I swirl my brush into the color, I'm always gonna tap off that excess. And the reason why I do that is because I always want an even application on both the eyes. So swirl, tap off the excess, and this is gonna go into our transition area. And if you've never heard of what the transition area is on your eye, it's that area between your lid and above your crease area. So this whole area is the transition area. And that area is really important when you're applying shadow, especially when you're applying a really bright look on your eye, because that transition shade will kind of like take the brunt of the intensity of the shadow. But today we're just gonna be doing like a really pretty eyeshadow look using these 4 colors, but this transition area is doing the same thing, and I'm using kind of like windshield wiper motions to apply that shadow. Do you see that? It's a really pretty satin brown that I'm putting on. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye. So I'm gonna swirl in to that color and then tap off the excess. You don't have to be precise. You can be messy with this color. So that's why I said this eye look is great for beginners and a look that you can do really quick without paying attention too closely and still achieve a really beautiful eye look. All right, I'm gonna check if that's even. I think I need a little more on this side. Just back and forth, windshield wiper motions, and I kind of like swirl on the end there. I'm loving how this look is turning out. Have you tried it on yourself yet? Hold your phone in portrait mode and tap the blue button to see what these shadows will look like on you. So next, I'm going to be using our crease brush to go into the color Nimble. Okay, yeah, hi, it's me. I really meant Marvelous. And that's that matte brown. This is gonna go into the crease area, swirl and tap, remember. And then I'm going to apply this on the outer corner of my lid. And I'm just gonna kind of do the same little motions, like circling outwards. And depending on your eye shape, you're gonna keep it, I'm gonna try to keep it really low into the crease. You don't wanna go too far above the crease because that's when you kind of look like you got punched in the eye. Yeah, so you just want to blend that in. And if it gets too intense for you, you can just take that same fluffy blending brush and go back and blend it out with Nimble still on that brush. So it kind of just blends the two together and just takes the intensity out if that's too intense for you. All right, let's go ahead and do the other eye. Same technique, always trying to keep the eyes even. I'm just gonna do little circles on the end and then bring it probably like to the middle of the eye, and then also bring it down on the bottom. This is why they call it the outer V's. And then again, take that fluffy blending brush. I swear to God, I'm gonna get that right someday. And then just blend that out into the crease area, or I'm sorry, into the transition area, just to take that intensity out. We're going to apply this beautiful metallic champagne color all over the lid. Any metallic color on your eye really brightens up that lid area. It opens up the eye, it brightens your look, and it really kind of gives a touch of glamour to what you're trying to achieve with your eye look. So like I said, let me use my finger on this eye, and there's a primer on that eyelid that is just kind of grabbing on. I'm like barely touching my eyelid with my finger, and if you see how intense that is, it kind of like ends abruptly right there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in with that fluffy blending brush, and we're just going to kind of like soften the edges. If you got a little freaked out about how dark the eye look was before I added Auntie, fear not. Because once you start adding color to the lid, it kind of just softens that crease color. And if you're thinking the opposite, you can always add more. There are no rules to makeup. Just do what makes you happy, do what makes you feel good, and it'll be good to go. That's the beauty of makeup. Especially if you don't have a lot of brushes in your collection, using your finger for a metallic shade is like the next best thing. So we're just gonna pat that on. Ta-da! And I think I'm gonna go in and intensify the crease color because it got a little lost when I put that Antsy on there. Blending is key, you guys, to any eye look. It doesn't matter if it's like a neutral look like this, or if you're doing the rainbow on your eyelid, blending is key, and good brushes are key too. So let's see, take our liner shader brush, and we're gonna go into the color Optimistic, and we're gonna use that under our brow bone to highlight, and also on the inner corner. If you haven't already, tap the blue try on button to see which one of these Moodstruck pressed shadows are right for you. And highlighting your brow bone is also a great way to have your eye look lifted. And this is a metallic shade, but you can effectively highlight your brow bone using a light matte shade. That works just as well. So we're just gonna pop that under the brow bone. You see how lifted the eyes look. And then we're gonna go in and do the inner corner. And I like to close my eyes doing this. How pretty that is. It really just brightens that inner corner and brightens the eye look all together. We're gonna do the same on this eye. Let me grab some more color. And then blend inward towards the lid. Okay, so to finish the look, I'm gonna take the liner side of the liner shader brush, and I'm gonna go into both nimble and marvelous. And then I'm gonna kind of like smoke out the under eye just to give it a finished look, because we're gonna do mascara and we're gonna do liner, and if I leave my under eyes blank at this point, it's gonna kind of look unfinished, and I really want that beautiful smoky eye, and it's a great way to just finish the look. So I'm gonna go in and just really lightly dust that nimble on the under eye, and the same on the other eye. And then marvelous. Just hitting that brush on that corner and then dragging it inward, and not all the way to the other corner, but just kind of like 2/3 or 3/4 of the way, just to kind of finish out and then blow out the under eye. Same on this side. All right, so I'm gonna use the crease brush to kind of like blend that out, those two colors out on my eye. So I'm gonna finish my eye look using eyeliner and then mascara, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the finished look. What do you think? Look how gorgeous that eye is. Antsy, that metallic champagne is everything. It is so gorgeous. This palette is so pretty, so easy to use. All it takes is 4 colors to achieve a glamorous, everyday eye look. You can dress it up and make it as intense or dress down as you want. If you're interested in all the products that I use on my face, there's a link in the comments below that'll take you through all the colors, all the products, all the everything that you need to know. If you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate it if you subscribe. Also hit the alert button that will tell you whenever I post something new, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.